Me two time. And if I pay me to you, I said me two time. And if I pay me to you, me is our sister soldier. Don't forget that I told you. Me is a whiz at these computer games. She breaks down how to do all kinds of things. Me is the perfect tutor when you need help with your computer. Stop by and give her knowledge a try. She can hook you up with a one-on-one to get the job done.
Welcome back. And before we move forward today, I want to slow this moment down on purpose. If you're joining me on day 11, or if you're catching this on the replay, I want you to remember something important. This series is not meant to be rushed. If you missed any earlier days, or if you feel like something today is hitting a nerve, that's your cue to go back and spend time with the playlist. Each day compounds. Each conversation deepens the last. There's no prize for speed here, only clarity. Day 11 is called Stop Consuming, Start Choosing. And this day quietly changes everything if you let it. Because this isn't about productivity. It's not about discipline. It's not about being better. It's about agency. It's about who is steering your mind. Let's start with the reality most creators live in. Most creators don't wake up and intentionally choose what enters their mind. They wake up and receive. Notifications, feeds, trends, opinions, advice, hot takes, strategies. And again, this is not a flaw. This is the environment we live in. But here's the problem. When consumption becomes automatic, choice disappears. And when choice disappears, direction fades. So pause here with me for a moment. Ask yourself, without judgment, without guilt, have I already consumed content today before creating anything of my own? If the answer is yes, that doesn't mean you failed. It means your attention was already spent before it got a chance to serve you. And attention is the raw material of creation. Here's the core truth of day 11. Not everything deserves your attention. And when you give attention away by default, you also give away direction by default. Algorithms do not know your goals. Trends do not know your season. Opinions do not know your capacity, your energy, or your life. But when you consume without intention, you let all of those things steer you anyway. That's how creators slowly lose their voice. Not in a dramatic way, not in one big moment, but gradually. Let's talk about what this looks like day to day. You open an app just for a minute. You watch one video, then another, and suddenly your mind is full, but your clarity is gone. You start thinking, maybe I should be doing that. Maybe I'm behind. Maybe my way isn't enough. Maybe I need to pivot. Maybe I need a new plan. Not because something is wrong with you, but because you've taken in too many signals without filtering them. This is what I mean when I say outsourcing your direction. You stop responding to your own thinking and start reacting to everyone else's. Reaction feels productive. Reaction feels busy. Reaction feels like progress. But reaction does not move you forward. Choice does. Check in with yourself honestly. When you feel uncertain, stuck, or uninspired, what do you usually do first? Do you scroll for inspiration? Do you watch tutorials? Do you look for validation? Do you search for the right way? Just notice the pattern, because most creators don't lack motivation. They lack boundaries around consumption. Here's something that needs to be said gently but clearly. Information is not progress. You can learn forever and still avoid creating, because learning feels safe. Creation feels exposed. Creation requires decision. Creation invites judgment. Creation puts you in the arena. So your brain will often choose consumption over creation, not because you're lazy, but because it feels less risky. Day 11 is about noticing that instinct and choosing differently. Flip the order. This is the turning point. I want you to complete this sentence out loud in the chat or quietly to yourself. Before I consume, I will first. It does not need to be impressive. It could be. Write one sentence. Outline one idea. Record a rough thought. Decide today's focus. Open my project before opening an app. This isn't about doing more. It's about creating before comparing. Creation first. Consumption second. Let's talk about your voice. Your voice does not disappear because it's weak. It disappears because it gets drowned out. The more voices you absorb, the harder it becomes to hear your own thinking. This does not mean you stop learning. It means you stop letting learning replace thinking. Your perspective matters, even before it's refined, even before it's confident, even before it's validated. That's why the playlist matters. If you ever feel scattered, overwhelmed, or unsure, go back and revisit earlier days. This series was designed to help you rebuild clarity step by step, not overwhelm you with more noise. Mental bandwidth is not infinite. Every scroll costs attention. Every comparison costs energy. Every opinion you absorb takes up space. Attention is finite. So when you finally sit down to create and feel foggy, tired, or disconnected, it's not because you lack discipline. It's because your mental bandwidth was already spent elsewhere. Day 11 is about protecting your bandwidth, not isolating yourself, not rejecting the world, protecting it with intention. Bandwidth audit, be real with yourself. What kind of content drains you the most? Is it comparison-heavy content, viral drama, endless growth hacks, negative commentary, conflicting advice? You don't need to eliminate it completely. You just need to contain it. A reframe that changes your day. Instead of asking, what should I watch today? Ask, what do I need to create today? That question gives your day structure. Creation gives context to consumption. Without context, consumption becomes noise. Let's slow this down even more. Choosing your attention is not about discipline. It's about self-respect. It's saying, my energy matters, my direction matters, my thinking matters, and this is a skill, not something you're born with, something you practice. Final commitment moment. I want you to choose one boundary for yourself after today. Just one. Examples. I don't scroll before creating. I limit how much I consume daily. I only consume content related to today's task. I create before I compare. I set intention before opening apps. Write it down. Type it in the chat. Lock it in. Boundaries turn awareness into action. Closing this out intentionally. Day 11 isn't about consuming less forever. It's about choosing deliberately, choosing what feeds you, choosing what supports your direction, choosing yourself before the algorithm. If this made you slow down and think, tap the like button. If you're committed to intentional creation, subscribe and stay with the series. And don't forget, check the full Creator Snapshot playlist if you missed earlier days or want to reinforce the foundation. Tomorrow, we go even deeper. Because once you take control of your attention, everything else starts to align.
Me2 time. And I pay me to you. I said me2 time. And I pay me to you. Time. Me is our sister soldier. Don't forget that I told you. Me is a whiz at these computer games. She breaks down how to do all kinds of things. Me is the perfect tutor when you need help with your computer. Stop by and give her knowledge a try. She can hook you up with a one-on-one to get the job done.